What's that? It's a small layout. That must mean it's time for a new story set from popular Paxton. Hello everyone, Popular Paxton here with a new story set based on the episode Haunted Henry, which I have made with the plan to upload it today on Halloween, even though this is not Halloween at the time I'm filming this video. Today is Sunday the 26th of October, so I'm filming this ahead of time so it can be ready for release when Halloween comes. But anyways, this is a look at what the story set looks like, and I will go a little bit into detail in just a moment. So Haunted Henry, the season 5 episode, is not necessarily a Halloween episode, but it does have a spooky theme to it, so many consider it a good episode to remake or possibly do a slight adaptation of it on Halloween. But anyway, so this is what the layout that I've made has to offer. So the main features in terms of vehicles are Henry and his goods train that he pulls and pushes throughout the episode. So in the actual episode, there are no stone trucks on Henry's train, but I chose to use one of these Mattel rock troublesome trucks because they've got a surprised or shocked expression on their face. So that way when Henry is pushing the train later on in the episode, then the trucks have a good view of what's coming up ahead. So yeah, this area right here, this has the trees on the track piece of track. And this is what I thought could kind of work as the area where Henry and his crew see a tree with an amber lamp hanging from it. And then later they see a tree with a sign nailed to it, "Beware of the viaduct." Now, the tree with the amber lamp is on the left side of the track in the episode. So that would technically be this tree. The tree with the sign nailed to it is also on the left side of the track, but since there are trees on both sides of the track, I decided this would have to do for the second tree, because since this danger sign is in front of this tree, you could kind of use your imagination and pretend it's attached to the tree. So yeah, that was kind of my goal there when I thought about making this layout. So this is the area where Henry first starts to get a little spooked by his surroundings. Now Henry is slowly going to push his train forward, and I have to still show off the rest of the train. So after this ballast truck or stone truck, whatever you prefer, there's a Thomas and Friends wood troublesome truck which is carrying a crate. This crate says Solar Steamworks, even though the Steamworks isn't around during that time. I needed a crate that would fit into this truck perfectly, and these Thomas and Friends wood crates were the only option. Aside from some Brio crates that I had, I just decided to use one of these. So anyways, this truck also has a shocked face, so I used them both for the front. The next 4 cars are all faceless box cars, even though the troublesome trucks have faces in the episode. But I decided to just use 2 pairs of box cars to make it simple enough. And then there's this long Brio, I guess it's Brio, flatbed that works as the last car on Henry's train. The one car that doesn't fall off the side of the track and into the ravine when Henry hits the landslide. So now Henry's pushing the train, and I'm going to pull it back a bit. Here we have the signal that's red, and then we have this crossing here. This is the Hat Street crossing, and yeah, the gates are not closed over the tracks at the moment. FYI, I haven't used this destination in a long time, and while I was getting this layout ready, the signal box here, it's kind of been having some, like, I don't want to say technical issues, but this gate has been a bit stiff to move, and sometimes the sound and lights work, sometimes they won't. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's a little stiff, for sure. Okay, so the lights and sounds worked that time. So yeah, this is where Henry and his driver noticed that the signal is red and the gates are closed. And up here is the viaduct that they have been warned about. There's nothing wrong with it at the moment. But on this side, you could maybe, if you want, scoot this little support to make the track break a little. That way, there's an unsafe viaduct to be warned about. And after quickly repairing that track, we can go down the viaduct, down this long stretch of straight track to this junction. This track that Henry was just on is the outer line that goes back to the forest part. And then this track on the left goes into the inner part, middle part of the layout. And it goes back to this junction right here. And here, this is like a Trackmaster, I'm assuming it's lower Titmouth, or is it upper Titmouth? It's supposed to represent one of the Titmouth stations, the one that's near the beach in the model railway series. It has the same kind of color of the walls and stuff as that one, so whichever one it is, I thought it could work good enough as a piece of a destination for what's referred to as the haunted station, or the station by the lake. So this wooden figure right here, it's supposed to represent Old Bailey when he's in his Falkman outfit. Here we have the top hat for his scene at the end of the episode. This figure over here was for Henry's driver. This figure over here was for Henry's fireman. I decided to place him near the viaduct so that he could be there when Henry and his crew see the handcar with Old Bailey on it coming towards them. And speaking of the handcar, I thought to have this little siding over here where the handcar could be parked. That way Old Bailey has an area to get the handcar from when he sees Henry go by. And that's all there really is for this little story set based on Haunted Henry. I hope you like the set, and I hope you have a happy Halloween, and I also want to thank you all for watching my reboot of Medieval Misadventures. By the time this video is up, I should have had the last part of the series reboot finale uploaded by now. And so again, I want to thank you for... Oh jeez, that gate is really stiff. It's hard to even break through. There we go. I want to thank you for watching my reboot series. I should hopefully have some updates in the near future about what I plan to do moving forward with stories. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for your continued support. Whoops, one of the boxcars fell all the way on the floor. Oh well. I want to thank you for your continued support, and I'll see you guys next month in November.